starting again. In the last lecture, we have started the conflict serializability. Conflict serializability we have done actually, and we have seen also the conflict serializability test. An algorithm we have studied that is there to identify whether the given schedule is conflict serializable or not. So I am just recapping that concept. This screen is visible, I think, now to you. So you just go through it, and you will, if you will have any problem, you can ask me now. We have seen an example also that has been converted into the graph in this way, and we have seen the graph we have got was a cyclic graph, and because of cycle in it, in this graph, we can say that the schedule is not a conflict serializable schedule. How we have got that graph and how we have find out the conflict pairs, if you have any doubt, you can ask now regarding this algorithm I am talking about. Yes, anyone? I think if you are not asking, it means it is clear to all now.
सर एक बार स्लाइड 45 खोल दो, एक मिनट.
Sorry,
स्लाइड 45.
slide 45.
सर ये स्टेप 3 है सर, जो हमें ट्रांजिशन डायग्राम बनाया है सर. एक बार इसको वापस डालो सर आप.
Step 3, the transition diagram, how we have made this graph actually. Okay.
यस सर.
So step 2 is clear to you.
सर एक बार पूरा एग्जांपल बता दीजिए दोबारा.
Okay, so I need to revise it again. For that, I am having another example for you. Okay, I am taking another one. Is it okay, or I need to repeat it again? Previous one.
Another one is okay.
Another one is okay, Saloni?
Yes sir.
Okay. Hena, after this example, I will again come back to this previous example that I have already covered. Then you will, I will ask you to solve it on your own. Okay. So let us start again with a new example. So now suppose this is our screen. This is our schedule given to us. Okay. First of all, you need to write it in tabular form. In order to identify the conflict schedules, you need to identify the, you need to write it into the tabular form. You should have your like copy or pen with you. So what it will be, I have already made it for you. So how many transactions are there in this? If you see only this schedule in this manner, in serial way, how many different transactions are there? Three. R1, R2, R3, W1, R2, R2, W2. It means there are 3 different transactions. So we have the schedule in this way. First transaction belongs to T1, then second R2, it means it belongs to T2, it will be in the next row. R3, it belongs to T3, it will be in the next row. Then W1, it belongs to T1, it will be in the next row, and so on. In this way I will get the table first of all. Okay, now in that first thing, next thing what I need to do is I need to find out the conflict operations. Conflict means ki RW, WW और WR. अब आपको conflict का मतलब समझ में आना चाहिए. Conflict pairs 3 cases होंगे only, RW, WR and WW. RW it means read write, WR मतलब write read, and WW मतलब write write operation. Because we have seen that no read and read will never be conflict pairs. Okay, so try to find out the conflict pairs in this. First of all, you have a table or a schedule in front of you. Find out the conflict pairs, starting with the matching of R1A and R2A. Will they be conflict?
No sir.
No, sir.
Because of that, both are reading operations. Then R1A, R2C.
No sir.
One by one you can scan. One by one you need to scan the schedule table actually. Then R1A and R2B, again it is read, no confliction. R1A, W2B, whether it will be conflicting?
No, sir.
R1A, W2B, no. Why
yes
not?
sir. Yes sir.
नो
It's
सर,
just the
सर
key
इसमें ना
concept that
ऑपरेशन ऑपरेशन दोनों में चेंज हो रहे हैं। जैसे R1 A है, W2 B है। R1 A होना चाहिए था, W2 भी A ही होना चाहिए था। एक पर्टिकुलर एक ऑब्जेक्ट पे ऑपरेशन होना चाहिए थे।
Okay, so it means ki these R1 and R2 W2B is not a conflicting because they are working on different objects.
यस सर।
Yes, sir. So do you get Saloni or everyone else?
yes sir.
Yes, sir.
We have seen the three. मैंने एक टेबल बताई थी आप लोगों को, यदि आप लोगों को शुरू में ध्यान हो तो let me show it again. जो आपको मैंने बताया था कि you can use that table for solving your questions. They must belong to the different transactions. They should have they access the same data items, and then at least one of them is the right operation. Is it okay now?
Yes sir.
So again we are there. So now R1A and W2B is also not conflicting. Now come on to the another one, W1A and R2C. This one,
No, sir.
W1A R2B. Be fast.
No sir.
No good. W1A W2B.
No, sir.
No good.
No
sir.
sir.
Then now you need to scan and find out which operations are conflicting operations. R2A R3B.
R2A W1A
R2A and
W1A.
W1A, good. One is that conflicting, R2A and W1A, very good. Another one will be
R3B W2B।
R3B and W2B, very good. Anything else? Any other conflicting operation in this?
No, sir.
No sir.
So now you can see in the step number 2, like after step number 1, in which we have identified that there are 3 different transactions. So we had create a skeleton of a graph with 3 different nodes, T1, T2 and T3. ये step clear है सबको? Then step 2 is where in which we have find the conflict pairs. Conflict pairs, that is the R3B, W2B and R2A and W1A, जो अभी भी आप लोगों ने identify किए हैं. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
यस सर।
Is it clear now, Hannah, how we have identified the conflict operations? Right now you had just identify on your own, and then these 2 conflict pairs are there in this table only. So now keep one more thing in your mind always, that the sequence is also matter. Right now I am saying ki R2A and W1A. So R2, as it is coming in the row, it is executing prior to the W1A. So it means ki the edge must be from R2 to W1. एक चीज और ध्यान रखिएगा ये चीज, okay? So as I am repeating, as R2A is executing prior to the W1A, it means in final graph edge must be from the transaction 2 to transaction 1. Sequence matters over there. That's why we are writing the like conflicting pair in the sequence also, R2A W1A, and similarly R3B and W2B. So R3B is executing prior to the W2B. That's why edge must be from T3 to T2. Okay, so in this way we have got the conflict pairs in step number 2. Then step number 3, we need to draw some edges in the skeleton we have already created in the step number 1. So now edges, how we will identify it? From first edge will be from 3 to 2. So transition T3 से T2 पर एक edge है, I have marked it as 1A. Then R2 to W1 एक edge है, it means कि T2 to T1 भी एक edge है, I have marked it as 2B. Okay, so as there are 2 conflict pairs, we have got 2 different edges in my graph. Now till that point it is clear or not?
Yes sir.
Done?
सर
So
हमने
now
ये
the-
1A और 2B
Yes,
हमने
sir.
नाम दिए हैं बस।
हाँ, that is the name only. You can give it like anything you like want. It does not matter कि I am giving it 1A or 2B. It could be simply A or B also, or you need not to give it any name also. आप नहीं भी देंगे तो भी चलेगा, क्योंकि naming is not matter over there. Okay, इसका कोई रोल नहीं है एक्चुअली, मैंने तो केवल समझाने के लिए लिखा था आपको कि लाइक इट विल बी इजी टू एक्सप्लेन यू नाउ.
Okay, sir.
Done. So there is no significance of giving a name actually. So now step 3 is clear how we have made this directed graph. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Anyone has
Yes,
any
sir.
doubt till that point? Step number 1, 2 and 3.
No.
Okay. Now the last
No,
step
sir.
4 is whether this graph is cyclic or acyclic graph. You need to identify it.
Acyclic.
This is a acyclic graph. Acyclic, it means ki there is no cycle in this graph. Okay, so as we have identified that the graph we have made is a cyclic graph, then we can say that schedule is conflict serializable schedule and the equivalent serial schedule is T3, T2 and T1. कैसे? क्या ये कुछ समझ में आया आपको ये सेंटेंस? लास्ट वन. Hence the schedule is conflict serializable. यहाँ तक तो क्लियर हो गया. As the algorithm, if there is no cycle, then we can say that schedule is a conflict serializable schedule. Okay, now if the schedule is conflict serializable, then it means ki we must have its equivalent serial schedule also, as per the definition. Do you remember the definition of conflict serializability? Conflict serializability says that two schedules are, if their schedules are conflict serializable, then they must be conflict equivalent also, and conflict equivalent means ki they must have some schedule which is equivalent. There must be a serial schedule which is equivalent schedule. So if the schedule is conflict serializable schedule, then we can make its equivalent serial schedule. Okay, so in this case again, हमारे example में भी यही हो रहा है. We have find and we have proved that the schedule is conflict serializable schedule. Now what? Now what if it is a conflict serializable? Then we can make its equivalent serial schedule actually. And that serial schedule means in this case the serial schedule will be T3, T2 and T1. You just see the graph. Graph shows the edges starting from T3, then T2 and then T1. Okay, so the serial schedule will be, first of all the statements of T3 will be executed, then all the statements of T2 will be executed all together, then finally T1, all the statement of T1 will be executed. Got it or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in this now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Everyone needs to say. There are around 60 students. दो को नहीं समझा रहा हूँ बच्चों में. Everyone needs to say yes or no.
No, sir, no doubt.
Is it clear? Anything you want to ask in this? Like in the previous example, if I again come back to the previous example, in this we have identified 3 different conflict pairs and we have made 3 different graphs, 3 different edges in the graph, and we have finally found a cycle in this graph. That's why we can say that the schedule was not conflict serializable. And as it is not conflict serializable, so there will not be any equivalent schedule, equivalent serial schedule actually I should say, equivalent serial schedule is there. तभी हमने यहाँ पर एक serial schedule को generate नहीं किया था, क्योंकि इसका equivalent serial schedule होगा ही नहीं, क्योंकि ये conflict serializable ही नहीं है. Okay, but in this example, as we have seen that this schedule is a conflict serializable schedule, then there must be a equivalent serial schedule of the given schedule, and in that case that schedule is T3, T2 and T1. It means a new schedule will be there in which the T3 will occurs first, then T2 and then T1. That is what the serial schedule means. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Done. So
Yes,
the previous example is also clear now. Those who have
Yes, sir.
Who have problem
Yes,
with the
sir.
previous one. Now is there any problem in
Yes,
that?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think now I am assuming that you have got the point. The testing of the serializability. That topic has been clear to all now. So I can move on to the next topic now, that is view serializability. So we have seen that there are two different kinds of the serializability. First one was conflict serializable, and second one is view serializable. Okay, so conflict serializability we have covered along with the testing. Now we are moving on to the view serializability. So now view serializability. Two schedule S1 and S2 are said to be a view serializable if the following conditions are satisfied. So now there are three. Now there are the three different conditions we need to check in order to identify the view serializability. Okay. So first condition is initial read. Initial read. If the transaction T1 reading the data item from the data item A from the initial database in S1 schedule 1, then in schedule S2 also T1 needs to read A from the initial database. In order to understand this, let us look at that schedules. S1 and S2 are two schedules given to you. Now tell me, the question is, in S1 which transaction is reading the value of A initially from the database?
T2.
T2. Good. So T2 is reading initially. Although you can say that T3 is also reading A, but it is not the first one to read A from the initial database. Okay. Now S2. In same question for S2.
T3.
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 Good.
Sir, T3.
Very good. So now read the above line. If the transaction T1 reading the data item A from the initial database is S1 in S1, then in S2 also T1 must read A from the initial database. In this case, in our example, is it following? Is this condition is following?
Sir, no.
No, sir.
No.
No.
No, sir.
So they are
Not
not view equivalent. So they are not view equivalent. S1 and S2 are not view equivalent, as the transaction T2 is reading A from the initial, but in S2 T3 is reading A initially. Is it okay? So initial read means ki in both the schedules same transactions must initiate the value of any object. Here I am talking about only first object. Okay. Now here you can see also that B, one more object we are having in this B, read B. So find out where the read B is there, and now tell me, read B is reading by the same transaction in both.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
T2
So
transaction.
in the case of R reading A, it is not true, but in the case of reading B, it is true. Okay. So we cannot say that it is a view equivalent, because for all the objects that particular initial read condition must satisfy. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
For
sir.
all the objects, it must be true. This is the first condition, initial read condition. Okay, so like we are starting view serializability. So that is, and these conditions are there to identify the view equivalent. The definition is same as we have seen in the conflict serializability. So in order to be a conflict serializable, it must be conflict equivalent. So same in the case of view serializability. In order to be the schedules in view serializable, they must be view equivalent. So now we are reading the conditions of view equivalent actually. So first condition is the initial read. Now the second condition is update read. Read it carefully. If Ti is reading A, which is updated by the transaction Tj in schedule 1, then in schedule 2 also Ti should read A, which is updated by the transaction Tj. Let us have an example. Example से clear होगी definition. So now tell me, there are two schedules in which S1 and S2 are there, in which three transactions are there. So who one is reading the initial value of A in S1?
Sir,
T3.
T3.
T1. T3.
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 T3 is initially reading a value of A. Although you can see in S2, A is not read by any transaction. किसी A में कोई read ही नहीं कर रहा है A को अभी तक. Okay. Now the update read problem is that कि like suppose in schedule S1, T3 is reading A, which is updated by the transaction T2. जब T3 ने रीड किया है A को, उससे जस्ट पहले A किसने अपडेट किया है?
T2 ने.
Sir, T2.
T2 ने update किया है. Although you are seeing that T1 has also updated it, WA. Okay, but we will see only the just prior updation of A, and just prior updation is by T2 in the case of S1. Now in the case of S2, there is actually no reading of A. Okay, but suppose that T3 is reading A instead of reading B. T3 is reading A, suppose. Okay, that is, read B is not there, read A. Assume karo ek bar, read A hai. Now tell me, before that, which transaction has updated the value of A?
Sir, T1.
Sir, T1.
T1. Good. T1 बच्चे. T2 has not updated. You need to see the sequence also. Like in this schedule, if you are seeing S2, first step is WA, then second step is read B in T3, then third step is WA by T2. The sequence is also there actually. That's why I have marked some rows actually. It is in the form of table. Okay, हमने अभी sequence से table बनाई थी ना, तो similarly इस table से you can make a sequence also. Revert process भी कर सकते हैं हम लोग. Do you understand that?
सर रिवर्स कैसे मतलब?
Yes, sir.
बच्चे हमने अभी जो एग्जांपल देखा था इससे पहले वाला, ये वाला, I have explained कि with the help of given S you can make a table. Now with the help of that table you can create the above schedule also in the same sequence, in that form of sequence actually.
Yes sir.
Okay, so that is what I am talking about. In this case again, in the case of S2 you can make a sequence like that. Okay, so in that sequence RB comes before WA. Okay, so है ना, so RB if it is RA, then it is updated previously by the transaction T1. So now tell me whether the update read problem is satisfied or not.
No, sir.
No. So again it is not a view equivalent. So two schedules are again not a view equivalent, as in the case of S1 T3 is reading A updated by the T2, and S2 T3 is reading A updated by the transaction T1. I have just wrongly written B over there. It is actually A. Okay. Now the third and the final condition that we need to check in order to view equivalency is final write operation. If a transaction T1 updates A at the last in the schedule 1, then in the schedule S2 also T1 should perform the final write operation. Come on to that example. Two schedules are there, S1 and S2. So now tell me which transaction is writing finally the value of A in S1?
T1.
T1. A is being updated finally by T1. In S2,
T2.
so is this condition is being satisfied?
No, sir.
No. So again, both are not view equivalent, as final operation in S1 is done by T1 while in S2 it is done by T2. Is it okay now?
सर ये फाइनल में ही है, लेकिन अगर ये T1 में होता तब तो ये कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई करती ना?
होती, बिल्कुल होती. अभी मैंने like I have taken this example because in the next example I am giving you the view of that condition that you are talking about right now. Okay?
Okay
तो
sir.
अभी मैंने वो ट्रांजेक्शन ली है जिनमें view equivalency नहीं है. अभी एक और एग्जांपल लूंगा मैं जिसमें view equivalency होगी.
Okay sir.
Okay? So is it clear now? The three conditions we have read, I am again recapping it fatafat. So we should, in order to become a view serializable, the two schedule must be view equivalent first, and in order to become view equivalent we need to find we need to test these three conditions. That is initial read, every object must be read by the same transactions in all the schedules, then updated read in every transaction. If suppose Ti is reading the value of A which is updated by Tj, then again in the next one it should be the same order, and finally it is final write. In every schedule every object must be written by the same transaction finally. Okay, if all these three condition matches, then we can say that the two schedules are view equivalent schedules. Now come on to the example. Next example, view serializability. Definition of view serializability is if a schedule is view equivalent to its serial schedule. Underline the word that is serial schedule. आप लोगों को ध्यान होगा conflict serializability में भी हमने यही definition पढ़ी थी. If a schedule is a conflict serializable to its serial schedule, then it is called conflict serializable schedule. Now, view serializability में same definition है. If a schedule is view equivalent to its serial schedule, then the given schedule is said to be a view serializable schedule. Okay. Now coming on to the example, two schedules are there, that is S1 and S2. First one is non-serial and second one is serial schedule. Are you able to get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is non-serial S1 and S2 is serial schedule. So first condition I will check, that is initial read. So now how many objects are there in S1? Two objects that are
two objects.
X and Y.
X and Y. Now find out whether in these two in these two S1 and S2 schedules, whether the initial read property is being satisfied or not. Identify it.
Yes, sir. Right.
Yes, sir.
X is being reading by T1. X1 is in S2 also. X is being reading by T1. Why? Why again? Why is firstly reading by the T1 in S1 and same in the case of T2, S2. So first of all, initial read problem. It means ki we have checked both the data item X and Y and the initial read condition is satisfied in S1 and S2. I have just read the last line. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
good. Now second one is update read problem. Find out update read condition is being satisfied in this or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Satisfied.
Yes, sir. Satisfied.
Satisfied. Can anybody explain how?
सर T2 रीड कर रहा है अपडेटेड RX को.
और उसको अपडेट किसने किया है?
सर T2 ने किया है ना.
अपडेट बेटा अपडेट किसने किया है उसको? बिफोर रीडिंग which transaction has updated it?
T1.
T1. Yes. Update means कि X is here. X is reading. Sorry, T2 में जो X read हो रहा है वो previously किसने अपडेट किया था? T1 ने. And again इसमें देखो S2 में X जो read हो रहा है T2 में वो previously अपडेट किसने किया है? T1 ने यहाँ पर.
Yes.
Okay. So that is the thing in the update case. So same in the case of Y. Y is reading by the transaction T2, which is updated by the transaction T1 previously, and then in the same in S2 it is also same reading Y, which is updated by the transaction T1. So again I can say that update read condition is also satisfied in both the schedules. Done. Finally, final read, final write. Is it being satisfied in
So
both?
following.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, it is also satisfied.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So X and Y both are written finally by
T2.
like T2, and same in the case of S2, both
S2.
are finally written by the transaction T2. So again we check both the data items X and Y finally right condition is also satisfied in the case in S1 and S2. So now result is, since all the three conditions are satisfied and S1 and S2 are view equivalent schedule. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
And also we know that the schedule S2 is a serial schedule of S1. S2 is a serial schedule.
Yes, sir.
Thus we can say that the
Yes,
schedule S1 is a view serializable schedule. That's it. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So definition के according we need to prove first view equivalency with the help of three conditions: initial read, update read, and final write. And then we need to also show that the schedule is a serial schedule. Then only we can say that the two schedules are view serializable schedule. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anybody wants to ask anything? In this case, view serializability.
No, sir.
So serializability has covered now. Serializability is of two types, that is views conflict serializable and view serializable, and we have seen both types of the serializability. Any doubt in?
सर सर क्वेश्चन सर क्वेश्चन भी ऐसे ही आएगा क्या? मतलब जैसे अभी आपने ये टेबल दी है, टेबल गिवन होगी और फिर बाद में हमें तीनों वो सीरीजेबिलिटी निकालनी पड़ेगी.
बिल्कुल 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 ऐसा ही आएगा क्वेश्चन आपके पास. मैंने आपको इतने सारे एग्जांपल करवाए हैं. आई थिंक ये यही पैटर्न रहेगा आपका एग्जाम में.
ओके सर.
Anything else you want to ask? I will share more questions for you in PDF, okay, so that you can practice on your own.
Okay, sir.
So now any question, initial read, update read, final write, or any question in the conflict serializability, if you have, you can ask. Otherwise, we can move on to the next topic, the last topic.
No, sir.
Can we move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the last point,
Yes.
you just read it the note. Every conflict serializable schedule is also a view serializable, but vice versa is not true. That is a simple note I want to convey. You can see and you can cross check with the examples we have done in the previous slides on your own. So every conflict serializable schedule is also a view serializable, okay, but the vice versa is not true. If the schedule is view serializable, then you cannot say or you cannot confirm that it will also be a conflict serializable. Then you need to test it. Okay. So the next topic was the next topic will be problems with concurrency control. If you have remembered, then I have discussed some advantages of concurrency control with you. The 5 advantages we have discussed: CPU utilization is more, turnaround time is low, or average waiting time will be increased, and so on. Have you got it?
Yes, sir. So wasting time or disk utilization.
Good. So that at that time I have said ki we will also cover some problems with the concurrency control. That was the positive part of the concurrency control, but we will also have we do actually also have some problems with the concurrency controls that we need to discuss over there, and this is again a very important topic. These 3 problems are very important, and now in this unit we are only discussing these problems. The solution of these problems will be there in the next unit, that is concurrency control. Specific unit is there for you. That will be the last unit of this DBMS paper. Okay. तो ये इसका जो solutions होंगे वो आप next unit में cover करेंगे. Right now we are only discussing the problems, and they are actually very important and from the RT examination point of view also. Okay. So this is the negative point of the concurrency control. Concurrent execution is actually, I am repeating it, concurrent execution means ki interleaving of the transactions operations. If multiple transactions are executing in a parallel way, then that particular schedule is known as concurrent schedule. Okay, and that is what we required. Actually हमें इसकी जरूरत भी होगी, हम इसके बिना काम भी नहीं कर सकते. So because concurrency is very much required. हम हमेशा सीरियल ऑर्डर में रियल टाइम में तो कहीं पर भी हम सीरियली परफॉर्म नहीं कर सकते हैं ट्रांजैक्शंस को. वी हैव टेकन मेनी एग्जांपल्स लाइक इन द केस ऑफ एटीएम कैश विड्रॉल, लाइक इन द केस ऑफ ऑनलाइन रिजर्वेशंस, लाइक इन द केस ऑफ ऑनलाइन फॉर्म फिलिंग. ओके, सो इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल कि सीरियल ऑर्डर में इसको परफॉर्म किया जाए. सो इन रियल लाइफ इट इज एक्चुअली very much required to perform the operations in concurrent manner. So but we should have take care of these problems, and there will be a solution of these problems also that we can implement in order to avoid the problems. Okay, so first of all we should know that the problems, what are actually the problems. So 3 problems mainly we can have while the concurrency is there in the transactions. Okay, first one is lost update problem, second one is dirty read problem, and third one is unpredictable read problem. So now let us discuss one by one again. First thing is lost update problem. It is also known as WW conflict. WW conflict अब क्या है ये आपको पता है?
Right.
Right and right conflict. आपने आप लोगों ने WW conflict identify भी किया है in previous examples. Okay, so that is similar to that, the lost update problem. Now look at this table. This is a schedule. There are 2 transactions, transaction A and transaction B. In transaction A, at time t1 read A is occurring, read X is occurring. At time t2 read X is occurring in the transaction B. Okay, so and then after time 3, X is being updated by the transaction A. Okay, X update हो गया है A के through, and now finally at T4, X is also being updated by the transaction B. So what problem you can able to identify in this? क्या problem हो सकती है इसमें?
So T0, T5.
T3 and what problem you
T0,
can?
T5. Sir,
हाँ बोलो, वापस बोलो बेटा एक बार.
सर T0, T5 सर उसमें कुछ ऑपरेशन ही नहीं हो रहे ऐसा?
नहीं, leave it. वो उसके पहले कुछ ट्रांजेक्शन हुए होंगे और उसके बाद में कुछ ट्रांजेक्शन हो रहे हैं, वो मैं एज्यूम करके चल रहा हूँ इसमें. ओके, सो यू नीड टू सी ओनली T1 एंड T4, दैट्स इट. T1, T2, T3, T4. Now suppose assume करो the value of X is 100 initially. So transaction A reads the value X 100, transaction B also read it as 100. Transaction A updates it by say it is increased by 30, so it will be 130, and transaction B suppose updated by subtracting 50 from it. So now what happens? क्या होगी X की वैल्यू? 80 होगी. So you can see that now the updation made by the transaction A has been overwritten by the transaction B. You are getting it? The value which has been updated by the transaction A on X object has been updated by the transaction B. So that is what the lost update problem actually. So now read this. वो सब ऊपर वाला मैंने already बोल दिया आपको. You just read the bold letters. So update of the transaction A is lost at the time T4 because transaction B overwrites it without looking at its current value. As A has updated the value of X, which is now 130. Okay, so 130. So for this updation, what it should be? It should be 130 actually, because it has been updated. Are you getting it or not?
Yes, sir.
As transaction A has updated the value of X, initially it was 100 and it has updated, it makes it 130. Now whenever the updation is there, it must be on that updated value actually. But it is not using that updated value, it is reading the value of this X, which is initially read as 100. So that is what we are saying, that it is lost update problem. So some transaction suppose is updating the value, so it must be preserved before updating by some other transaction. That is what we want to convey now, and that is what the lost update problem is. A lost update problem occurs when two transactions that accesses the same database object have their operations in a way that makes the value of some database item incorrect. जैसे x की वैल्यू यहाँ इनकरेक्ट हो गई एक्चुअली, अब जो होनी नहीं चाहिए वो वैल्यू हो चुकी है डाटाबेस के अंदर अब. ओके, सो इन अदर वर्ड्स, इफ द ट्रांजैक्शन T1 and T2 both reads a record and then update it, the efforts of the first update will overwritten by the second update. अब एक और एग्जांपल देखते हैं, शायद इससे थोड़ा और क्लियर होगा. कुछ बच्चे बिल्कुल यस और नो नहीं बोल रहे हैं. Now look at that table, T1 and T2. Two transactions are there. First one is reading the value of a loan and trying to store it into the B. ये कुछ नया स्टेटमेंट दिख रहा होगा आपको, read L, B. So let me explain first. Read L, B means read the value of L and stored it into the local variable B. Okay. Now B will be updated. It will be increased by 1000, and finally we are writing the value of B into the L, loan. तो लोन को हमने अपडेट किया है by increasing it by 1000 value. In the transaction T2 again I am reading the same value and trying to minus 2000 rupees from the value of B and updating it. Now suppose initially the value of B is 5000 rupees. मतलब loan was 5000 rupees. Okay. So after the statement number 2 it will be 6000, and when it is being updated by the transaction 1, it will be 6,000, and when it is being read by the transaction T2, it is updated value. So transaction T2 is reading some updated value of the B. So it is reading 6,000, and then now it is working, it is subtracting minus 2,000, so it is becoming 4,000, and finally it will be updated as 4,000. ये clear है सबको?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now look at that particular
Yes, sir.
loss update. अब हम जो करने वाले हैं वो लॉस अपडेट प्रॉब्लम को समझने वाले हैं. देखो क्या होने वाला है. Now T1 and T2 is being interleaved now. Okay, the same operations are there, but they have been interleaved. The actual output should be 4,000 as per this serial schedule. Serially यदि हम execute करते तो output मुझे क्या मिलता? 4,000 rupees. So अब output क्या मिलेगा वो हमें देखना है इसमें. Okay, so I have interleaved the operations of T1 and T2. Initially the value is 5,000. Now tell me at second step the value of B will be
5,000.
good. 5,000.
5,000.
Good. After third step the value of B will be
6,000.
6,000.
6,000.
after the step 4 it will be
4,000.
4,000.
4,000.
4,000.
सोचो कैसे. It is 3,000. You give me the answer now.
Yes, sir.
3,000 क्योंकि राइट तो किया ही नहीं उसने.
हाँ तो पहले क्यों नहीं सोचा था?
नहीं है.
सर 3,000 नहीं बोला है. 3,000 नहीं बोला है सर.
ओके 4,000 आया मैंने सुना है 4,000 इसलिए मेरे को लगा. ओके
नहीं सर 3,000 क्योंकि उसने राइट नहीं किया इसलिए 3,000 ही रहेगा.
very good because it has not been updated it is 3,000. Now what will be the value at the next step of B?
Sir, 3,000.
Sir, 3,000.
3,000.
Sir, 3,000.
So 3,000.
6,000 sir. 6,000.
Now Pushpinder tell why how it is 6,000.
सर क्योंकि ना ऊपर जो T1 में वो 6,000 थी और यहाँ पे अपन ने B - 2,000 किया तो वो भी है ना राइट तो उसने किया ही नहीं तो इसलिए वो 6,000 ही रहेगी.
Yes. Everyone got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anyone who can say no? If you have any doubt, you can ask now. Because it has not been updated again, T1 is reading the value of B from itself only. The changes have not been done to the disk. That is what the problem is actually. Lost update problem. Okay. Now what will be the value of last B? Last L or B, whatever it is.
Sir, 3,000.
6,000. 3,000. 3,000. 3,000.
3,000.
Don't be in hurry. जल्दी मत करो, आराम से सोचो. कोई टाइम में भागा नहीं जा रहा. It is 3,000. Okay.
Yes sir.
Good. So now you can see the difference. The actually it should be 4,000, but it is 3,000. If I changed it into the non-interleaving, sorry, it changed into the interleaving manner. So that is what the T2 overrides the value of L updated by the T1. So T1 lost its updates. You got it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Like actually,
Yes sir.
the value of T1, which actually 6,000 in the previous step, it has been lost now because T2 has updated it now. So that is what the loss update problem means. I think now it is clear to all what is that loss update problem. Say yes or no fast.
Yes.
Yes
Now
sir.
it is again WW conflict means ki two writing operations consecutively are there. That's why it is called WW problem also. Is it okay?
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
So that is first problem. We will have some solution of this problem that you will have in the next unit. तो कुछ ना कुछ हम करेंगे. इसमें locking हो सकती है, इसमें कुछ और sequence change हो सकता है. That in like thoroughly you will have this very like different kinds of solution of these problems in the next unit. Okay. Now coming on to the next problem, that is dirty read. problem. And then a reading will be there. So now look at again in this. The transaction table is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
So now transaction B has started and it updates. Let's assume that before this updation some statements are there. तभी मैंने वो ऊपर T0 खाली छोड़ा हुआ और T4 खाली छोड़ा हुआ है. Okay. So before T1 some operations was there. We do not have that operations in this discussion now right now. So starting with the updation of X by the transaction B, then the X will be reading by the transaction A, but at the next T3 time, so suppose somehow transaction B needs to roll back. It means that it has failed, say. So now what happened? What could be the problem? If transaction B rolls back, then A is having the value of X that is updated by the transaction B. Okay, but actually once the transaction B rolled back, तो क्या वो वैल्यू ए जो वैल्यू वो रीड कर रहा है वो सही रीड कर रहा होगा? नहीं समझे तो आप लेट मी एक्सप्लेन वंस अगेन.
नहीं सर, सर नहीं.
सर एक बार वापस बताओ.
Now suppose at the time T1 as transaction B updates the value of X. Now suppose initially value of X was 100 rupees. Okay. Now after the updation of X it is 120 say. Okay. Now transaction A has read the value of X. क्या read करा होगा उसने?
Updated value of B.
Updated value means 120.
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now
Yes, sir.
at T3 transaction B fails. After reading the value of X by A, transaction B fails. So transaction B rollback हो गया. Rollback का मतलब कि इसके सारे operations जो पहले हुए थे वो सब undo हो गए. So अब X की value क्या हो चुकी है?
100.
But transaction A क्या read कर रहा है?
120.
120.
T4 पे यदि T4 पे कोई ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म हो रहा होगा तो ट्रांजैक्शन ए ने जो वैल्यू रीड की है X की वो 120 से लेके चल रहा होगा.
Yes, sir.
So क्या ये
Yes,
सही
sir.
है?
Yes sir.
No.
नहीं.
नहीं sir.
That is what the dirty read problem. So A is reading some value which is dirty, which is not uncommitted. Okay, rollback हो गया है लेकिन commit नहीं हुआ था. Commit होता है तो क्या होता है कि database में भी changes हो जाते हैं. Okay, तो ultimately
Yes.
disk में changes हो जाते हैं. आपको ये समझना पड़ेगा इस वक्त कि commit operation जो मैंने आपको बताया था transaction states के अंदर, so that must be there. So before committing, if it rollbacks, then there will be a problem like this. That is called dirty read problems. Now is it okay to you all or not? The definition is a dirty read problem occurs when one transaction updates a database item and then the transaction fails for some reasons. The update databases items is accessed by another transactions before it is changed back to the original value. अब समझो एक बार, एक थोड़ा सा छोटा सा चेंज करते हैं इस पूरे ट्रांजेक्शन में. सपोज रोल बैक इज एट T2 एंड रीड X एट T3, तो क्या होता? हेलो
सर 100 होती फिर शायद वैल्यू.
Sir, ban correct value update.
हाँ, yes.
100 होती
Correct.
वैल्यू.
So that is what the statement means कि before by another transaction before it is changed back to the original value. But यहाँ पर क्या हुआ? Reading पहले हो गई, roll backing बाद में हुई. Okay, so that in that case we will have the problem that is called dirty read problem, and it is again WR. WR means first writing then reading, writing and then reading. You are getting it?
Yes sir.
That's
Yes,
why
sir.
it is WR conflict. Now again example पे आते हैं हम लोग. Same example है. Now tell me the values of the value of B at the step number 2. Initially it is 500. क्या होगी value बताइए?
6000.
6000.
Sir, 6,000.
Value of B at step number 3.
6000.
Now
6,000.
read B. 6000.
6,000.
Then B.
4,000.
4000.
4000.
Roll back. Value of L.
अंडू हो जाएगा सर पूरा. 7 हो जाएगा.
Roll back हुआ तो value of L क्या हुआ?
वैल्यू
6000.
सोच के बताओ, फटाफट बताओ।
सर रोल बैक होता है ना, वैल्यू 5000 हुई ना?
गुड, इट विल बी 5000।
5000 हुई ना सर?
Everybody got this? Everybody had got this?
यस सर।
Yes, sir.
Because it has not been updated by the transaction T2, update नहीं हुआ था, अब rollback पहले
Yes,
हो
sir.
गया, so it needs to be 5000 again because of T1 only. Now final statement L will be
6000।
4,000.
4000. Good. That is what the dirty read is. That is what the dirty read is. Actually, the value of L here should be 5000 rupees. But because of dirty read problem, it is now 4000 rupees. T2 is reading the value which has been rolled back, dirty read. You are getting it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Done. It is
सर
clear
मुझे
now.
लास्ट वाला
Pushpendra,
बताओ
it is
सर।
clear?
सर कभी लास्ट वाला
बच्चे,
बताओ
हाँ बोलो बेटा, बोलो।
B, L में 4000 कैसे आया लास्ट में?
आपने प्रीवियस एग्जांपल में उसको 100 क्यों बताया था?
सर क्योंकि ना वो उसकी वैल्यू बाद में अपन ले रहे थे इसलिए।
इसमें भी बेटा, इसमें भी फर्स्टली दैट रोल बैक हैज अकर्ड, बट रोल बैक अकर हुआ है उससे पहले ही रीड कर ली गई है वैल्यू।
हाँ
तो वैल्यू जो रीड करी गई थी वो क्या थी उस वक्त? 4000 थी ना?
4000। यस सर।
तो वही अपडेट होगी।
Yes, sir.
ओके सर।
क्लियर है?
यस सर।
Anybody else? Anyone must ask to any question now? Yes or no? Say at least.
No, sir.
No,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Good. So now the last problem is unpredictable read. Unrepeatable read or inconsistent retrieval, that is also known as read and write conflict. Okay, now look at the example. Two transactions are there. I think we need to be fast. Two transactions are there, transaction A and transaction B. Again at T1, transaction A is reading the value of A1, and then actually A1, A2 and A3 are three values initially, say three accounts initially with the value 200, 250 and 150. Okay, so in account A1 it is 200, in account A2 it is 250 and account A3 it is 150. So initially when the transaction A reads the value of A1, it is 200, and the sum variable is there in which we are trying to find out the sum of all these accounts actually. So transaction A, the purpose of transaction A is summing all the balances, while the transaction B is there, which is in which we are transferring some amount 50 rupees from the account 3 to the account number 1. Okay, so transaction A, at the end of transaction A, what should be the value? The sum of all these transactions, sum of all these accounts are
So 600
rupees. Okay, so at the end of the
600.
transaction A, the sum of all the accounts must be 600 rupees. Is it okay? Okay, and
Yes,
on
sir.
the basis of transaction B, if we will transfer the amount of 50 rupees from account 3 to account 1, so account after the transaction B, account 3 will be 100 and account 1 will be 250. Okay, now come on to this table. So in this table, firstly at T1 it is reading A1 and sum में हमने A1 ले लिया. Sum holds 200 rupees now. Read A2 now. Read A2, then sum will be added again. A2 will be added into the sum. So it will be 450. Now at T3, transaction B initiated and it is reading the value of A3 now. So A3, it reads what will be the value of A3 at that time, as it has not been now till now it is not being used by the transaction A. So it is now 150.
Sir,
150.
150.
And A3 is now being minus by 50. So it is 100 now. A3 is now 100 at T4. At T5, transaction B is reading the value of A1. So A1 is now A1 is 200. Okay. Now update the balance of account 1, that is A1 equals to A1 plus 50, that is 250, and it is commit. Now commit statement is there. The transaction B ends. Okay. Now
Sir, commit
again
मतलब sir commit
हाँ, at step number 7 transaction B commits. It means whatever the changes made by the transaction has been seen into the and has been reflected into the database. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now
Yes,
after commit T, transaction A reads the value A3. So what will be the value of A3 now?
Sir, 100.
So 150.
100.
100.
100.
Why 150?
100, sir.
Sir, because he was
100,
not
sir.
ये तो
updated.
commit हो गया ना.
Why 150?
Sir, A3 was not updated in transaction B.
Why not updated?
सर हो तो गया सर A3 इक्वल्स टू A3 minus 50, तो A3 में वैल्यू अपने आप ही एंटर हो जाएगी.
In transaction B, you see in transaction B, A3 has updated in T4.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And in T7, before reading A3,
बट सर
transaction
कमिट हो गया ना हमारे ट्रांजैक्शन पे.
commit हो गया transaction. Commit हो गया इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि वो changes save हो गए हैं disk पे.
यस सर. तो A3 की
So
वैल्यू
A3 will be now
100.
100.
100. Instead of 150, it is 100 now.
यस सर.
Have you got it or not?
Yes,
Any
sir.
doubt? Raise your question.
यस.
Yes, sir.
Because of this commit statement, I have written it in uppercase. मैंने इसको uppercase में लिखा है. Commit के कारण read A3 के टाइम पर A3 की वैल्यू 100 रुपीज होगी अब, क्योंकि we have made some changes also. Okay, and then finally at T8 some will be updated, and it is 550 because A3 is 100. So instead of 600, it is 550. That is the problem.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And again, this is known as unrepeatable read or inconsistent retrievals. It means ki that is again RW. So you can see that here in transaction B, it is reading first. So before writing A3, we are reading it. That's why it is called RW problem. Clear hai?
Yes, sir.
The definition of unrepeatable read is
Yes, sir.
unrepeatable read or inconsistent retrieval occurs when a transaction calculates some summary or aggregate functions over a set of data while the other transactions are updating the data. ये बहुत important definition है. While a transaction calculates some functions over a set of data. In our example, transaction A is calculating the sum of some accounts while the other transactions are updating the data. And in this example, transaction B is updating somehow some of the accounts. Okay, then it is called unrepeatable read or inconsistent retrieval problems. The problem is that the transaction might read some data before they are changed and other data after they are changed, thereby yielding the inconsistent results. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
two problems we have read. First one was loss update problem, dirty read problem, and unrepeatable read problem.
Unrepeatable read problem.
WW, then WR, then RW. ये भी ध्यान रखिएगा आप लोग. The question can be asked in any manner. Either you have been asked to dirty read problem लिखिए, या फिर आपसे बोलेंगे वो कि read write problem लिखिए. तो दोनों प्रॉब्लम सेम है. ओके.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now coming on to the last slides of this presentation, two terms definition मैं आपको explain कर रहा हूँ बस, so that we can link this final step or final unit with the next unit. Okay. So recoverable schedule. अब तक जो हमने पढ़ा है उससे आप conclude कर सकते हो. Recoverable schedule are the schedules which can be recoverable. Look at that T8 or T9 schedule. Now suppose after the transaction, in the transaction T9 commits after just the read operation of A. Abhi bhi just we have studied it. Suppose the transaction T9 commits after the read operation of A. Okay, then what? Then transaction T8 cannot be rolled back. okay, that cannot be recovered actually, cannot be recovered. कैसे? अभी जैसे आपने देखा भी है, so we are not able to recover in this case. We need to use the value of A3 100. We are now bounded to use the value of 100. So in this, that is transaction Ti, the commit operation of Ti also appears before the commit operations of the Tj. Then only we can say that this is recoverable schedule. So again, in this case example, commit statement should not comes before the transaction A commits. Okay. So if it is so,
Yes,
it is called the recoverable schedule. Otherwise, it will not be recoverable schedule. Okay. Now same thing is cascading rollback is there. Now in this case, suppose T10, T11 and T12 are there. So suppose T10 after the execution of read A in T1, T12, suppose before commit T10 fails. T10 fail हुआ तो क्या होगा? T10 fail हुआ तो rollback होगा, and rollback होगा तो all T11 भी rollback होना पड़ेगा और T12 को भी rollback होना पड़ेगा, and that rollbacking is called cascading rollbacking. Okay, if T10 fails, T11 and T12 must also need to be rollback, and that leads to cascading rollback problem. So a single transaction failure leads to a series of transactions to be rolled back. Okay, so that you will discuss in the next unit actually. That is concurrency control and recovery. So how you can maintain or how you can recover that concurrency problems, you will have the detailed discussion in the next unit. So that is what about the transaction, that is unit number 4 of your database management system.